We're here to ask for your help in raising funds to finish post-production of our movie, Casualties of the State, a drama thriller.
Hello world, and welcome back to the ThNita Show. And we have Alan Lambert, Jeremy Croft, and Ellie Smith, who they all comprise Corner Film Productions. And Alan, yeah, all right, I like that. So you guys go way back. I remember reading that one of your dads introduced.
His dad.
Okay,
My dad.
Your dad introduced.
His mom was my professor from grad school.
Right.
So back in '03, Jeremy was like a teenager, and I hadn't met Jeremy yet. And my professor was like, "Hey, son, what you doing in school?" Which segues to your other questions. And I said, in college, I did mass communications, and I, among other things, studied some film production just for fun. He said, "Really? You want to talk to my son?"
Yeah. Yep.
And then he became like little buddy, and we're just helping out with movies, and just with some friends, and everything was just better and better, and more meaningful and more complex than the next.
Now, how did you link up with these guys?
Well, I came on as part of the stunt crew for Code Zero. Show up at the door, he's clean shaven.
I
Looks
look
about
like
12.
8 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, is
Jeremy
Jeremy here? And he's like, I'm Jeremy. I'm like, hi, I'm Ellie. And he looks at me, and I came from work, and I was wearing dress clothes and had like a skirt on, and I don't look real old myself, so we were kind of looking at each other like, really? Okay. Then I walked in the living room, and I saw they had all the equipment out, and I started asking about what cameras they were using, and then I started realizing that this actually was legitimate. And just went from there. I stuck around after I did my stunts and started taking photos, and ended up as DP on Casualties.
Yeah, it was the photos were what really sold us on having her on board as the DP, the director of photography for Casualties, because just her knack for framing and lighting and understanding, you know, this is when you put the telephoto lens on, this is when you go in tight, this is when you go in wide. It was very cinematic, and we were really impressed by it. And we
read that.
This is going to be our next cinematographer.
I read it.
And don't be afraid to do it. Even if you don't think you have the budget or the resources, do it. Because there's no way you're going to know, and there's no way you're going to ever achieve it unless you actually try it. And people will, if the project is good and the talent is good, people will come to you and they'll want to work with you.
What were you doing in London?
I was actually working at the BBC for a semester through NYU, and it was really incredible. I enjoyed it a lot.
Casualties of the State follows two seasoned FBI agents and a young security analyst as they investigate the murder of several high-ranking government officials. As the trio races against time to catch the killer, they find themselves in an unexpected moral struggle where there is more at stake than just the lives of the killer's victims.
If it can happen to them, what's to stop it from happening to you or any of your loved ones?
See, any amount that you can pledge on Indiegogo.com for our project will help us, and it also comes back to you as rewards. If you go to the website, you can look at that too.